So we've pulled into the showgrounds, campgrounds in Alice Springs. This will be our home for the night. So after a good $20 in coins and a lot of scrubbing and scratching, this is what we ended up with, and it's still a mess. So it's a big job to wash the van, but that's about the best I could do in the time I've allocated. So it's a little bit less buggy on the front, and we can see through the lights again now, so which is good. So just a heads up on this campground, it's just about half a kilometre from south of the Gap on the west side of the highway. It is where they have rodeos, etc. It's like showgrounds. Heads up, when the wind's blowing from the west, you get a nice aroma of the effluent from Alice Springs. So you're just down from the soaking pits. And there's also an RSPCA centre here, so we get a bit of get dogs, etc. happening. So just a little bit more about the van. Sort of mentioned that we're running the pre-runner 2.65 inch suspension. It has worked brilliantly on this trip. So we did a little of tuning on the rear, do a different piston, and that made all the difference on the rear. We were sitting on corrugated roads with other four-wheel drives, and I think we were probably more comfortable. So there's the pre-runner on the back, 2.65 inch coilovers. We're running 300 pound per inch springs in the back, and it keeps a nice ride height without any preload on the spring. In saying that, when we expand the spring and then bring it back down to ride height, it's about 60 millimetres collapsed on the spring. So you can work that out. So there's a good 600 pounds going into the springs on two of them, 1,200 pounds. So, and that definitely helps the original springs. So they're the original Mercedes springs. So we didn't have to change them, and we get a pretty good ride. So yeah, and we've got the remote reservoirs in the back there. Pretty hard to see now with the dark, but there's the hose running from the top of the piston back, and the coilover down the bottom there. So really great suspension. Can only rate it. You can see the size of the mounting bracket that's been put in here. There was just a single shear bolt up the top here. Actually, it's back to here, and they've rocked the whole shocker forward, and they give you a new bracket, which then gets glued and screwed into the chassis and puts the top point in double shear. So there's a big, massive bracket around here, and they also supply a complete new lower bracket that goes onto the back of onto the bottom of the spring, where the U-bolts go in. They give you new U-bolts, and you put this massive bracket at the bottom, double shear on the bottom. Also has a little guide plate to go over any rocks, etc. if you do some rock crawling. So, but yeah, so maybe that's a better view of it over there. So there's a nice big heavy jiggy bracket on the bottom of that. So all good. Hope you're enjoying the travels that we're doing. Just a little bit of an off, where we've been and what we're doing. So a bit of a lazy day today. Just travelled 100 kilometres into Alice Springs, and did a bit of a washing day, and we washed the car, washed the clothes, refueled, and restocked the fridge. So we have to wait till tomorrow to do the beer shopping, because they only sell alcohol on Wednesday, Thursdays and Fridays, and we understand only after 2 p.m. So today or tomorrow will likely be a Alice Springs day. Might go and see the museum, the truck museums here, or transport museums here. So that should be interesting, and maybe sort of go do the desert experience or one of the art galleries, which there are numerous ones. So there's the bus. Lauren's now called it Howie. H-O-W for House on Wheels, and IE because every Aussie name's got an IE on the end of it. So hope you're enjoying it. Bye.